Okay, so I'm starting off with my 22-inch mannequin head. Today's hair, of course, comes from Beauty Forever Hair. Facing over 3 bundles, and they're 4x4 closure. So I've already bleached this closure, and I'm just showing you what it looks like. This is air dried right now. So I use some wig caps that I got from Amazon, showing you the back of the cap and the front of the cap, how you can determine it. You can find the link to these wig caps in my description bar below. So I just place it onto the mannequin head, just positioning it perfectly. I kind of line it up with the lines that are already on the mannequin head, and I try to make sure I pull that V part as far down in the back as possible, basically like how it would fit my own head. Okay, so to start off, when you are about to sew down your closure, you do want to make sure that you have about, I'm not sure the length, I'm not sure the measurements, but you want to have probably about 2 centimeters possibly pulled over. So you want the lace to go past the actual wig cap, because this is going to help when you actually install the wig and when you cut out that cap part in the inside. And then I just pull it back once I've used my T-pin. Of course, you can find the T-pins in my description bar as well. I T-pin the middle of the lace in the front, and then I'm going to T-pin the back of the lace in the middle. So how you'll make sure that it is laying flat is I start off with the back first, because I want to make sure that I don't end up pulling it forward anymore. I want to make sure that it's already secure enough in the back. So you'll take the T-pin and you'll pull it, and I mean pull, from the middle, and make sure that it is laying as flat as possible, and T-pin. I start with the left, but you can start with the right. I T-pin the left corner in the back, making sure I pull it and that it is laying flat. Then what you can do, you can either T-pin it with an extra T-pin, or you can pull that middle T-pin from the back and pull it out and stretch it. But in this case, I'm just going to use a third T-pin. So you can see how it's kind of bubbling up right now, but once you pull it, when you pull it, you want to make sure that it is laying as flat as possible. So I left that T-pin and I used a different one. And you see how I pull and stretch to make sure that it is super flat. So now that's secure. So now we can move on to the front. And you're basically going to do the exact same thing. So I start off with the left corner of the lace, and I use a T-pin and I pull it so that it is super flat, and you want to check it on the side and make sure that there's no, I keep saying bubbling, but so there's no lifting. And then I take that middle T-pin that was holding the lace in place at first, and I do the same thing to the side. So what this does is secure it, and it also makes sure that it's laying flat over the entire lace cap. So you can see there's no lifting anywhere, and it's super flat. So now we can just move on to the sewing, and I start from the middle, and then I just work my way around in an L shape until I end to the front, and then I do the same thing on the opposite side as well. And that, ladies and gents, is how I install my lace closure when I make my own wig. And now I'm going to sew in the bundles off camera, because I use my sewing machine for that, and I didn't set up the camera to film that part. But now we'll jump into the installation process. My attempt was to color this hair into a deep red color, and you can see that it did end up bleeding onto my lace, but I fixed that with makeup and tint spray, so I wasn't tripping about it. But I did spray some Got To Be spray on the lace to make sure that it wouldn't bleed into the lace, but it still Ended up bleeding regardless, but luckily enough I was able to finesse it. So what you see now is just me plucking the hair and hot combing it back, just getting it ready for my easy install. So that is the installation process, you guys. That is the how-to of installing your lace closure or sewing in your lace closure. This hair is really nice from Beauty Forever Hair, so if you guys are interested in this hair, check out my description bar below. The links will be there, but you should definitely try it out. And if you try out this sew method, let me know. Send me a DM pic on IG and let me see how it turned out for you as well, and I hope it was helpful. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you again to Beauty Forever Hair for sending over today's hair, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.